أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to Tuesday's class. Let me start the class straight away by choosing a Nasra N51. Assalamu alaikum N51.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, darling. You can hear me?
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. This is what we like. Okay. Would you be able to read this dua for me in Arabic by yourself?
Rabbi zidni ilma. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi zidni ilma.
Well done.
Oh Allah, increase me in my knowledge.
And it's
Taha
from
105. 150.
Well done. Okay, Jazakumullah Siha. Inshallah, we may call you again to the mic. Let me just find you on my
Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah Siha. Okay, N51. There we are. What have I done here? Okay, I will leave it with the co-host to mute students. There's many students coming into the class. Okay. Last week, we revised some of the rules. One moment. Co-host?
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Would you mind muting all the students for me?
Yeah, I will.
Jazakumullah. Okay, so last week we revised some of the rules that we've been learning through this course, and then we went on to listen to a recitation of some of part 1, and we heard how the Quran can sound when the rules are applied properly. We then had a go at reciting ourselves. Today we're going to continue in this theme and revise a few more rules, and then we're going to listen to the recording again, and then we're going to practice. So let me now go back to revision of rules. Okay, so let me go to the first rule that we're going to revise, which is this one here. And this is the rule that involved the extended elongation. Now, to remind you, this was in lesson 19, yes. This is when you were taught extended elongation. And if I just remind you of some important bits that I've highlighted. Al-Maddatu Saghira is medium long elongation. Let me get my hand. And it is extended for up to 5 seconds, from between 3 to 5 seconds. Here it is, medium long stretch. And this symbol here is what you will see when you need to apply the medium long stretch. Al-Maddatul Kabira is the extra long elongation, and it's extended from between 4 to 6 seconds. Here it is, the extra long stretch, and this is the symbol that you'll see when you need to apply the extra long stretch. Okay, so this was lesson 19. If you wanted to go back and visit that lesson, this is where you'll find the information. So now let's go back to here. Okay, so do you know the name of medium long stretch? Okay, and how long can it be stretched? Do you know the name of extra long stretch, and how long can it be stretched? Can you recognize the slight difference in both signs? Now, I've just taken you to lesson 19 and I've shown you the answers. Okay, here is Al-Maddatul Kabira. Okay, and this is the symbol here, and it's extended for up to 6 seconds, from between 4 to 6 seconds. Here is Al-Maddatus Saghira, and it's the medium long stretch, and it's extended for between 3 to 5 seconds. Now, I'm not going to go through the all of these words, but in this particular example, we have both of the stretches, the Maddatus Saghira and the Maddatul Kabira. And I will read this for you, and I'll choose to extend them for 3 seconds for this one, and 4 seconds for this one. And I've chosen those times because they're the minimum times. And as we're all learning, I think that that's a wise choice. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم في أسماء. And that's as simple as it is, okay? You just extend the sound that you make for longer than normal. Now I want to go through this example also, because here we have a mushaddad letter straight after the stretch. And it's very important that when you do the stretch, at the end, you join the mushaddad letter on to the end of the sound. In this particular example, the mushaddad letter happens to be a noon, and there's a 2-second ghunna sound that is also applied. So this here will sound like this. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ولا تتبعاني ولا تتبعاني. Lastly, this example here, where there's just a single letter with the symbol on the top. In some places of the Quran, you will find what are known as disjointed letters. They're single letters and they have this mud symbol on the top. And the way to read them is just simply to say the name of the letter, but to stretch it for 4 seconds. Ideally 6 seconds, but 4 seconds will suffice. Okay? And so this will be read as off, off. And that's as simple as that with this particular lesson. Okay? Maddatus Saghira, 3 to 5 seconds. Maddatul Kabira, 4 to 6 seconds. Remember to join on mushaddad letters at the end of a long stretch if they occur. And these are disjointed letters. Okay, now I've talked for a few moments. Let me just quickly, let me admit this student, and then let me just call a student to the mic. For A22. Assalamu alaikum. A22.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, darling. I've just been talking, and I haven't had a student on the mic. But did you hear everything that I said about the medium long stretch and the extra long stretch?
No, I came late.
Oh dear. Okay. Okay, not to worry. I will call another student. Jazakallah anyway. A28. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. A28. Darling, did you hear what I was saying about the medium long stretch and the extra long stretch?
Yes.
Yes. Okay then. Okay, thank you so much. I will inshallah call you again to the mic, but let me now move on quickly to the next rule that I want to revise. Okay. And this is yes, this is the other rule that well, one of the other rules that I wanted to revise. Do you know what happens to blank letters when they appear in between mutaharik and sakin letters? Now, to remind you, where we taught this particular lesson was not lesson 19, it was lesson 18. Okay. In lesson 18, which was this one, combining, we taught you that sometimes when you're reading in the Grammar Majid, there are words that when you're reading fluently, you join them. When you join the words, there are letters that occur in between the two words and you don't read them. Those letters are part of the words, but when you read the two words joined together, you don't read the letters that are in between. Okay? Now let me go back to the revision of rules and I will show you here. The simple rule of thumb
Hello. Assalamualaikum.
No. They didn't. I think it happened accidentally. Wait.
Assalamualaikum.
Wait.
It's VA18.
Okay.
It's VA18. Hello.
Bhai, please.
Assalamu alaikum. A18?
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, darling. Sorry. I just wanted to ask, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. And can you see the screen where it says, do you know what happens to blank letters?
Yes.
Okay, Jazakumullah, sweetheart. Okay, I just had a momentary lapse there with the screen, so Jazakumullah. Okay, so in this particular revision, what I wanted to remind you was that whenever you see a sakin letter, remember that it has to join to the most recent mutaharik letter. So in this word here, we have a lam sakin here. There's an alif which has nothing on it beforehand, a ya which has nothing on it beforehand, and this dal with a kasra. This dal with the kasra has to join with the lam sakin. Everything in between is drop. And that's the basic rule of thumb. Any letters in between a sakin letter and a mutaharik letter are dropped when joining the words together. So this word will be read as bihadil umyi, bihadil umyi. It's exactly the same rule. Sorry. When you have blank letters and they appear in between mutaharik and mushaddad letters. Here we have a mushaddad lam. Before it is a blank alif, it has nothing on it whatsoever. Another blank alif, it has nothing on it whatsoever. A blank waw, it has nothing on it whatsoever. This is the most recent mutaharik letter, the qaf carrying the dhamma. This qaf with the dhamma will join with the lam mushaddad. Everything in between is dropped. The way to read this word would be laqul ladhina, laqul ladhina. And it's as simple as that. If ever you see letters in between a sakin letter and a mutaharik letter, general rule of thumb, drop them. If ever you see letters in between a mushaddad letter and a mutaharik letter, the general rule of thumb, drop the letters in between. Now, let me just call a student to the mic because I don't want to be talking endlessly and find that no one can hear me. So, Nasra N52. Assalamu alaikum, darling.
Walaikum salam.
Walaikum salam, darling. I've just talked about what happens to letters in between mutaharik and sakin, mutaharik and mushaddad letters. Did you understand what I was saying?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Well done. Jazakumullah for your help. N52, I'll just put you back onto mute. Okay, so let's move on quickly to the next rule that I wanted to cover with you, which was do you know how to read Hamza when it appears over a waw or a ya? We have said this throughout the course, and I will remind you again how to remember what to do when you see a Hamza appearing on top of a waw or a ya. The analogy we've been saying throughout the course is that when a person is sitting on a chair and they're asked a question, the chair can't talk, the chair doesn't talk. It's the person that's sitting on the chair that will talk. Think of a Hamza as sitting on the chair of a waw, okay? It's the Hamza that you have to take notice of. The waw is silent. Similarly, think of Hamza sitting on the chair of ya. It's the Hamza which is going to be noticed. The ya will be silent. Now, this rule is actually really, really simple. It's so incredibly simple, and yet students, when they come into the grammar G, then they're reading, get so terribly confused. For example, here, some students will think, oh, okay, yabada, is this u? Is this wu? Is this u wu? Wu u? All sorts of confusion comes into their mind. But if they remember that the hamza is sitting on the chair of waw and the waw will be silent, then it becomes very easy to see this will be yabada'u, yabada'u. Similarly here, imru'un, imru'un. And it works exactly the same way with a ya. Here, sometimes people think that this ra joins onto the ya and they say ri-u. Sometimes they might say that this is a ri and then they think this is a u. All sorts of confusion happens. Remember that the hamza is sitting on the chair of ya, the ya will stay silent. Then it becomes very simple. Al-bari'u, al-bari'u. Similarly here, there's a sakin here, and children then get confused that this is maybe a ya madda, and so this is now going to be read as an e. All sorts of confusion happens. Remember, the ya is the chair, it stays silent. The hamza has the sakin on it. It's the hamza sakin you've got to take note of. Once you see it that way, then this becomes very easy to read. Nabbit, nabbit. Same here. Istuhzi'a, istuhzi'a. And same here. Ida'i, ida'i. This is an incredibly simple rule. Don't get confused. Just ignore the chair. Pay attention only to the hamza. Okay. Now, let me just get a student onto the mic. And Nasra N44. Assalamu alaikum N44.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, darling. Okay, I've just been talking about the hamza sitting on the chair of either waw and ya. Did you hear everything that I said?
Yes.
Excellent. Jazakumullah, sweetheart. I'm going to be calling students like this often. Yesterday I had terrible problems with the mic, so I want to keep on top of this. Okay, Jazakumullah, sweetheart. Okay, and to remind you, when we taught you about hamza sitting on top of a waw and a ya, let me take you to that lesson. It was lesson 22, which was miscellaneous rules, and there was lots of information. But hamza and waw was practiced in exercise 22.4, and hamza on ya was practiced in exercise 22.5. Okay, now also in lesson 22 we covered blank waw. Okay, letters which carry absolutely nothing, and we taught you that sometimes a waw appears amongst letters without any mark and will not be pronounced. Okay, and that was practiced in exercise 22.6. And then we went on to teach you about how sometimes you'll see blank bends, which look like this here, okay? And you just ignore them, okay? But let me show you now back onto our revision slide. This is the last of the lessons that I wanted to revise with you before we went on. Okay, do you know what to do with blank empty letters? It's simple. You ignore them. If they've got nothing going on top of them, okay, then you ignore them, okay? So this particular word will be read as al-hayatu, al-hayatu. This one here, there's nothing on the waw, absolutely nothing on the waw. So this is an ulaika, ulaika. Make sure this word appears many times in the Quran Majid, okay? And it's not a waw madda, it has no schoon on the top, it's a blank waw. Ulaika. Okay, now that's all the revision that I want to do. Okay, let me go now here and very quickly, let me just call somebody to the mic. N51. Assalamu alaikum. N51.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam, darling. Okay, so you can see the screen where we've got part 1 and some of the letters have been highlighted.
Yeah.
Okay, well done. Okay, then let me just go back and I will mute you and I will inshallah call students back to the mic in a few moments. Okay, so very briefly, our aim is to start reading the Quran Majid, and when we've been taught all the rules, we've then got to apply them. Now, what I've done in this first ruku is I've highlighted all the things that I've just revised with you. I've highlighted here disjointed letters, and there's an example of a mushaddad disjointed letter going to join on at the end of another extended madda. Okay, so I've highlighted all the extended maddas in this particular ruku, and I've also highlighted silent letters that happen in between, for example, muttaharik and mushaddad letters. And let me find muttaharik and sakin letters, and I've highlighted hamza sitting on top of either a waw or a ya. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the recording, and I want you to listen to it fairly closely and pay attention to what's going on in the screen. But notice how the reciter won't read any of the silent letters that I've highlighted, and how he times himself with the extended letters, and how he joins on the meme mushaddad here as well. Okay, so now without further ado, I'm going to play. Okay, here we go.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Oh, there's no voice of recitation or anything coming up.
Let me just put the volume up. Nothing is coming at all?
No, I just hear you, nothing else.
Okay. And now?
Nothing.
Nothing's coming through?
No.
Co-host, would you be able to access the recording at all?
I will play it. Let me know if it's okay.
Okay. Okay, I can hear it. Let me just call a student. Let me just call a student to the mic and I'll ask them. Okay.
Okay.
1 second. A18, Tifl A18.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam, darling. Did you just hear somebody reciting the Quran Majid?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Jazakumullah, sweetheart.
Thank you. Thank you.
A18. Okay then, co-host, if you could play the recording, please.
Okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alif Lam Mim. Alif Lam Mim. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه. هدى للمتقين. هدى للمتقين. الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم هم ينفقون
الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون
والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون
والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون
أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون
أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون
إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون
إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون
ختم الله على قلوبهم وعلى سمعهم
ختم الله على قلوبهم وعلى سمعهم
وعلى أبصارهم غشاوة ولهم عذاب عظيم
وعلى أبصارهم غشاوة ولهم عذاب عظيم.
Jazakumullah, co-host. Okay, right then. Okay, now that we've done that, let's now have a go at trying to recite. If everyone can put their hands down for the moment, please. Okay, and what I'd ideally like is students who are not confident in reading the Grammar Jeez. Ideally, I'd like those ones to put their hands up so that we can assist them today. Okay, the Nasra are very very forward in not being shy, which is excellent, and the Atfal are being very grown up and not admitting anything. Okay, so let me just choose N52 has her hand up. Yes. Assalamu alaikum, N52. Okay, sweetheart. Okay, please, if you could start with the Dawood and then from Bismillah. Okay, if you could read. Let me get my hand.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
Excellent, excellent, mashallah, that's really, really nice. Very nice. Okay, did you find that where I've highlighted, did that help you to see what you had to miss out and what you had to join?
Yes.
Okay, well done. And how did you find joining this here?
Okay.
Yes, it sounded very nice as well. That was very, very nice, that reading. Okay, follow with me. Okay, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم
Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Excellent, very, very nice. Alif Lam Mim.
Alif Lam Mim.
Very nice. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه.
ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه.
Excellent. This la is for 2 seconds, okay? Make sure that it goes in proportion to everything else, okay? When you read it this time, the la was a little bit shorter than it should have been, okay? ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه.
ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه.
Well done, excellent. هدى للمتقين.
هدى للمتقين.
Excellent, well done. Now, students, I don't know if you noticed, this young Nasra read very, very nice by herself, by going through the script, okay? She had the assistance of highlighted letters, and that helped her, okay? But then when she read very, very nicely. But I don't know if you noticed how much more confident she sounded when I led her through, okay? And that was with just one time of practicing. And the point I want to make is, the more you read this, the more fluent you will become, okay? So it's highly important. We can teach you all the rules, and we can keep on teaching them to you week after week after week, until you actually apply them onto the grammar Jeet, okay? Nothing will be of benefit. You have to apply, and at first you will stutter, but if you keep on practicing, inshallah, you will get there and you will read very, very nicely, inshallah. Sweetheart, that was very, very nice reading. Jazakumullah for your help. Now remind me of your ID again.
N52.
Okay, well done. Okay, Jazakumullah. Let me call Nasra N47. Assalamu alaikum, Nasra N47.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Okay, sweetheart. Now you've got to be big and brave, and you've got to raise your voice, okay? And could you read from here and just do the ta'awudh to start off with, the a'udhu billahi, okay?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون.
Excellent, very, very nice. Okay, very, very nice. Okay, a couple of very, very small timing issues. Okay, but at your stage, I wouldn't stress about them too much. Okay, the one thing I would say is this off. This is one of those Qalqala letters that we did in our very first revision class last Tuesday, if I remember rightly. And when you come across a Qalqala letter, and Qaf is one of those, okay, you do a little bounce, okay? So this should read as Razaqna, Razaqna, okay?
Razaqna.
Excellent, excellent, okay? If you don't do that bounce, it sounds as Razaqna, and that is not the best way of reading that, okay? It's a Qalqala letter. Now, if you follow with me, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Alladhina yu'minuna.
Yu'minuna.
Alladhina yu'minuna.
Allazina yu'minuna.
Bil ghaybi.
Bil ghaybi.
Wa yuqimuna salata.
Wa yuqimuna salata.
Okay, well done. That was very nice. Just make sure that you don't spoil the timings, yeah? Wa yuqimuna salata.
Wa yuqimuna salata.
Well done. Wa mimma
Wa mimma
razaqnahum
razaqnahum
yunfiqun.
yunfiqun.
Okay, well done. One more time. Let's see if you can do it a little bit more at a time. Yeah. الذين يؤمنون بالغيب
الذين يؤمنون بالغيب
ويقيمون الصلاة
ويقيمون الصلاة
ومما رزقناهم ينفقون.
ومما رزقناهم ينفقون.
Well done. Okay, that was very nice. It was I know it's tiring, okay, and when you did it the last time you didn't do the gunna on the meme, okay, but otherwise your reading was very, very nice. Okay, make sure that when you're reading you pay attention to all of the timings. Okay, never rush through. Okay, when it's a 2 second followed by a 2 second, do the 2 seconds, do the 2 seconds, here do the 2 seconds, and mashallah you did. Jazakallah sweetheart. Jazakumullah sweetheart. Remind me again, you were in
47.
N47. Well, okay. So let me now. Oh, there are Atfal who've now put their hands up. A22. Assalamu alaikum. A22.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, darling. Okay, let me just move the screen down a little bit. From here, sweetheart. Okay, can you read from here? Do the Taoud and then from here.
Wallah.
Okay, sweetheart. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك.
Well done. Carry on.
وبالآخرة هم يوقنون.
Excellent, excellent. Jazakumullah sweetheart. Okay, this young Tiful has in many senses not made any mistakes because he's recognized all the letters. He hasn't read any of the silent letters or the letters that you don't read. He's done the appropriate jerks in all of the places. What he's done, which he needs to correct, is his timing. And timing is a big issue. When you're reading the Quran Majid, lots of students will know everything, but when they come to put them together, the timing goes all over the place. Okay, so we need to practice. Okay, so young Tiful, remind me of your ID again. A22. Okay, A22. Follow with me, okay? And let's see if we can work on the timings here. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
والذين يؤمنون. Okay, well done. والذين يؤمنون. Well done. بما أنزل إليك. Well done. بما أنزل إليك. Okay. بما أنزل إليك. وما أنزل من قبلك. Okay, well done. وما أنزل من قبلك.
وما أنزل من qablikat.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Now, I want all the class to notice how, as you're reading, your body does get tired. Okay. And then sometimes you want to rush through, and sometimes you're looking at the next thing, and you're trying to get everything out very quickly. Just break it down. Take it easy. Okay. Wama
Wama
unzila.
unzila.
Wama unzila.
Wama unzila.
Excellent. Well done. The timing was so nice there. Min qablika.
Min qablika.
Well done. Let's put it all together. وَمَا أُنزِلَ مِن قَبْلِكَ.
Wama unzila min qablika.
Excellent. And I don't know if this class could hear the improvement. We only went over it a couple of times, but the improvement in the timing. That's excellent improvement. Let's move on. وَبِالْآخِرَةِ
Wabil akhirati.
هُمْ يُوقِنُونَ.
Yuqin.
Noon.
Noon.
Well done. Jazakumullah, sweetheart. That was quite a lot of reading there. And to do it all in one breath would have been a lot to ask of you. That was very nice. You know your stuff. You just need to practice on your timing. Just when you read through, do it bit by bit, then join it together, then move on. And then that way you can work through it verse by verse. Jazakumullah, sweetheart. Let me now find you again. A28? No, you're
No. 22.
Okay, excellent. Jazakumullah. Okay, so let's have another tifl. A18. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, darling. I love it when people are so eager. Okay, so now we are now going to go from one page to another. So you are going to start from here. Okay. Now bear in mind, this is that word that I was practicing in the revision class as well. Okay. So A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, and then from there.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم
Okay. One moment, darling. Yeah. Who? Okay. This is a meme with a dhamma. Normally it's a mu. Okay. There's an alif coming after it, and then there's a lam sakin. Now we know that the lam sakin must join on to a muttaharik letter, so it would have to be this meme. So this is why this alif has now been highlighted. We don't read it. This meme and this lam, they join the mu and the la. Mul. Okay. Humul. Well done. Okay, so read it from there. Okay. Excellent. Well done. Okay, that was very nice. Okay, let me just pick you up on here. Okay. I've only done a small highlight on the top here because this is not a rule that we've covered today, but in practice, this noon is effectively a silent letter. This was covered in the idgham lesson, okay? When a ra mushaddad goes straight after a noon sakin, then the noon sakin is essentially dropped. Yeah, and this becomes a mir. The noon doesn't get sounded, okay? Mir rabbihim. Well done. Otherwise, that was very nice reading. Now then, let's just go through it together. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Ulaika ala. Ulaika ala. Okay, well done. Okay, you're very young, so we won't stretch that sound for too long. Okay. Hudam min rabbihim.
ربهم
Well done. Hudam min rabbihim
هدى من ربهم
wa ulaika
وأولئك
humul
هم
muflihun.
المفلحون.
Well done. Wa ulaika humul muflihun.
وأولئك هم المفلحون.
Okay, let me that's very okay, that's excellent. Okay, this word here is giving you a little bit of grief. Okay, it's fairly simple. Okay, hu mul mul. Okay, mul mul. Well done. Muf muf. Okay, there's a mu and a f sound. Okay, muf. Well done. Humul muflihun. Excellent. Jazakumullah sweetheart. That is very nice reading. You know what you're doing. You just need to practice and go over each word slowly and then put the words together, and then you'll eventually get to the end of a verse. And it's like that to start off with for everybody. It's very slow, but as you go through, you will find that the words that you've read before, this ulaika, you'll see it so many times in the Quran Majid, that after a while, you'll just be able to read it just like that. You won't even need to practice on it, okay? But in the beginning, everything is new, okay? And so you do have to practice. Otherwise, that's very, very nice reading. Carry on practicing. Remind me of your ID again. A18. Okay, Jazakumullah sweetheart. Okay, so now I will go to a young Nasra. Have I had N44? Let me just ask. Assalamu alaikum, N44.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Darling, have you recited from the Quran Majid today?
No.
No, okay, then let's go for it then. Okay, so we are now on this here. Okay, so A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, and then from here, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله زنا كفروا سواء Allah عليهم أن زرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون.
Well done, well done. That was very nice. Okay, very nice. Okay, let me read. You follow with me, okay? A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. That was very nice reading, though. Okay. Innalladhina kafaru sawa'un alayhim. Okay, well done. Innalladhina kafaru.
Can you say that again?
Yes, okay. Innalladhina kafaru.
Innalladhina kafaru.
Sawa'un alayhim.
What?
Sawa'un alayhim. Can you hear me?
Sawa'un alayhim.
Well done. Anzartahum.
Anzartahum.
Hum. Well done. Am lam tunzirhum.
An lam tunzirhum.
Excellent, excellent. Don't be unsure, darling. You're reading it lovely. La yu'minun.
La yu'minun.
Well done. You read it very nicely the first time. I'm only illustrating to parents that it's quite important that when children start off, everybody has a different level of ability. And some students will need leading a lot more than others. But with practice, you can see the difference that just reading once makes. And with practice, students move along very, very nicely. Your reading is very nice. Carry on with the practice, okay? Remind me again, you were N44.
Yes.
Okay, Jazakumullah Siha. Okay, and let's have a tifl now. A14. Have I had? Assalamu alaikum. A14.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, darling. Have you read from the Quran Majid today?
No.
Okay, well done. Well, I say well done. Well done that I've chosen a student that hasn't read yet. So we're now on to this particular here, okay? So if you could read from A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem and then from here, please.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Hatamallahu Allah kullu bihim wa Allah Hello? I'm sorry, I can't see the screen. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, darling. Sorry, my internet was playing up there. Okay, you're the full who again?
A14.
A14. Okay, if you could read one more time for me, sweetheart. A'udhu Billahi.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Khatamallahu Allah qulubihim wa Allah sam'ihim wa Allah absarihim zita wa'un wallahum azza bun azin.
Excellent. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Let me just pick you up on a couple of things, okay? This is a ta marbuta, okay? The two dots on the top and this curly symbol is a ta marbuta, okay? When you join on to the next letter, you say the th sound, okay? So this is a tung, okay? And well done, okay? This is a ghain, ri, sha, risha.
Risha.
Well done. And this bar is a qalqala letter, and when there's a schoon on a qalqala letter, you do a little bit of a bounce, okay? So this should be read as abasar.
Abasar.
Well done, okay? Don't do it as an absar, okay? Abasar.
Abasar.
Well done. So let's read with me leading, okay? A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Khatamallahu
Khatamallahu
ala
ala
qulubihim.
qulubihim.
Khatamallahu ala qulubihim.
Khatamallahu ala qulubihim.
Okay, well done. Don't rush it. Okay, there's no rush. You're a beginner, so don't rush it. Okay. Khatamallahu ala qulubihim.
Khatamallahu ala qulubihim.
Well done. Wa ala sam'ihim.
Wa ala samrihim.
Wa ala absarihim.
Abasarihim.
Ghishawatum walahum
Rishabatum walahum.
azabun azim.
Azabun azim.
Excellent, well done. Okay, sweetheart, your reading is also very nice. Jazakumullah for your help. Now stay on the mic with me. We're going to do the end dua. But I just want to say to the class, we have taught over the last 9 weeks, I think it's been so far, most of the rules that you will need to equip yourselves to read the Quran Majid. Okay, and now there is just a need to practice on the Quran Majid. And as you can see, the students are able to put things together. They still need assistance, okay? So they need to have pointed out to them, for example, here there's an alif, but that's not going to be read because this mutaharik letter and this sakin letter is going to be joined. So they will need sometimes to be assisted, but they've been taught all the rules. And now it's just a case of practice, practice, and practice. And with the Quran Majid, the more you practice, the more fluent you become, okay? And initially, you have to think about everything, but eventually, inshallah, you'll get to be able to read it without needing any sort of help whatsoever. You can just see what's coming, and you can read it like you can your normal English or your normal Urdu. Okay, now then, that's enough of my talking. Let me find the end dua. Gone. That's not the one. Here we go. Okay, sweetheart, could you read me this dua, please?
Allahumma arhamni bil Qur'anil Azim.
Excellent.
Oh Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran.
Excellent. Jazakumullah for your help. Jazakumullah for everybody's attendance. Inshallah, we've helped you to gain some confidence in being able to read the Quran Majid. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.